Previously on PrinnyCast.
Google purchased Boston Dynamics.
I can't put the cookies down.
But it's definitely a good time to be taking our holiday break. So.
Yeah.
It's a story about little penguins.
Enslave humanity.
Oh, what the hell?
Google Chrome.
Get down!
So that happened. Welcome to PrinnyCast Roundtable, a casual weekly show where we talk about what we've been up to and the various gaming-related stuff over the last week, or in this case, our entire holiday season. We're your hosts. I'm Chris. This is Grover.
Hello.
This is Mike.
Hello.
And Edna's chatting with us through text messages here, and you'll slowly notice we're revamping things while we wait for some reconstruction after the holiday Google-nator wars. Right now, we're going to enjoy being randomly stranded on this mysterious deserted island while we talk about the excitement of the past couple of weeks, so kick back, have a mango, and enjoy. But for now, you'll still see the videos of various Kickstarter projects in the background, or foreground, or whatever you want to call that. Check out the links below if you're curious about any of them or want to help fund them. And I'll also mention that, as always, there's a ton of bundle deals going on right now. There's a lot of them that's been missed over the time period, some Steam sales and stuff, but from Indie Royale's Choices 2013 to Bundle Stars offering Cities in Motion 1 bundle that includes tons of DLC for Cities in Motion 1, all for $5. Combat Racing package of goodies called High Octane Bundle, and the RPG Champions bundle, including special maxed out versions of Two Worlds 1 and 2 with some other RPG goodies. And as always, Humble Bundle sporting goods with Humble Indie Bundle X with 4 to 6 games available, plus even more secret games for the over-average crowd. And the weekly bundle this week, which just came out a few hours ago, is the Frozen Byte Games, who are including their flagship Trine games in there, so go have a look. And yeah, we're doing things a little differently with our games section. We're still going to mention the notables that we've been playing just to say them, but we're not going to name drop absolutely everything. And we're not going to go into detail quite so much about things for 2 reasons. Number one, it lets us converse about topics of the week like the old days. Not necessarily as in-depth or anything. I probably won't even keep a lot of notes. But it allows us to at least discuss. I mean, it's a roundtable. That's what you expect from something called Roundtable. Plus, Mike's kind of spearheading a new review setup where we'll set up some honest reviews about some of the games we've been playing. So all that detailed stuff we used to go into, expect really wordy versions of that. I don't know how detailed or professional the reviews will get, and honestly, I don't know how often we'll do them, but I hope it'll be something extra to add to the channel from here on in 2014. It's kind of getting hard to say. Still writing 2013 on our checks and stuff. It'll get its own look, and we're working on the sets and setups and all that kind of good stuff right now. So I'll go ahead and start this off by saying my games this past week past few weeks really, weren't very many. Some more Mountain Blade, got into those Doctor Who adventures, which is probably going to be my first review, actually. And since I'm now officially 4 episodes out of the 5 that they've released so far, and some small indie titles, and they ever head-scratching Tynan ran out my main list. Having an itch to get back to Minecraft, though. But, yeah. How about you, Grover? What you been up to?
Well, here's the noticeable things that happened. Final Fantasy XIV, I got raped by Hydra multiple times. I can't beat it. We're still trying. I got the beta Starbound. Good game. Go and try it. Super alpha. It says beta, but it's alpha. Then I got the beta Planetary Annihilation. If you like real-time strategy, you may want to reconsider and just wait a little longer, because this game is like bareback. There's not much, and that's about it.
That was one of the first successes on Kickstarter for video games, if I remember right. That's the one where you could actually blow up the planet.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it needs a lot of work.
Small teams. How about you, Mike?
Well, during the holiday sale, I gained quite a few new additions to my collection, but among those was the Stanley Parable. Played a little bit of that. Kind of confusing. I never can figure out whether I'm supposed to obey or disobey the narrator. I played some Binding of Isaac. I didn't get it during the sale. I just already had it, never played it. Put quite a few hours into that. Mario 3D World I got for Christmas. Played and beat that. So I will be uploading a review of that for the new review thing. It'll probably be one of the first ones. And I played some Deadpool and Skyrim. That's really about it.
Cool. So not a whole lot, but we've been keeping busy over the holidays. And this is probably the longest break we've ever had. That was almost a month.
Yeah, it was a while.
It was a while.
And unlike the last long break that we had during the anniversary thing, this time I'm actually kind of eager to get back into things, but that's probably partly because of the new changes coming up. It's got me interested in doing a few new things. Plus, I have a new toy that I'm working with, so... And, woohoo! Skype hasn't altered itself yet, so at least for now, we're still able to record like we used to, and I'm hoping this will stay the case for a while, because once they do that update, I have no idea how we're going to record this unless I'm going to have to start using 2 computers at the same time.
That sounds so much fun.
It does. So, anything particularly interesting you guys want to jump into, or shall I just drop some topics on you?
There have been quite a few, I was going to say things to WoW, but none of them really stand out, other than that they are adding a new PvP season for WoW, which means the expansion is going to be quite a bit longer. Kind of expected that, but...
Final Fantasy XIV said that they're not going to be adding any new crafting stuff in the next free expansion, which everybody thought they were, and that's kind of really pissed off a lot of people. Because there's literally no in-game crafting in that game right now.
And you would think that would be one of the easiest things to implement, too.
Yeah, you'd think so. But they're worried about balance right now. They're just terrified of failure right now, I think.
Yeah, they got a good thing going. They don't want to screw it up.
Yeah, don't screw it up, please. The game's good. It just needs work, and it's just vanilla right now, that's all.
So, the first topic kind of makes me sad, and Mike mentioned Deadpool, so this falls right into that. But as some of you may have heard out there, or noticed, or whatever, there was some warnings going on that all Marvel vs. Capcom games were going to be yanked from online sales, as well as removal of the ability to get DLC for them for some time during December. This was kind of a forewarning the fighting game community was aware of, and there wasn't a lot of official word of why this was all happening, but it seemed to be fairly legitimate reasoning that Capcom had lost the license to the characters in the Marvel name, so it couldn't continue selling the games. Capcom's had kind of a rough couple of years lately, partly their own fault, but their bank is pretty much busted, and Marvel is a gigantic franchise now thanks to the monster success of the movies. This puts a stop to any hope there will ever be any kind of patch updates or new characters or anything to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and as people know, even though I don't play it nearly as much as I should, I am a fan of the series, so that's kind of a disappointing one. But it's even worse than that, as now even more has happened since the new year. Capcom wasn't the only one affected, as now all sorts of stuff is getting pulled. So the Activision titles, like the newer Spider-Man games, the newer X-Men games, it's not even a year old yet, Deadpool game, are all getting pulled. And it doesn't look like it's going to be the end of it. Yeah, anything Marvel related on PSN, Xbox Live, or Steam will be or is already gone. Of course, you can still play the copies you have for those systems. That's not going to hurt anything. And of course, you'll still be able to buy the hard copies. So this is a really crappy situation to be.
I think I know what's going to happen here. Piracy!
There's definitely going to be some of that. I don't know how easy that is to do with consoles, but I do know it happens. No matter how you slice it, though, Disney or Marvel, or the combination of the two, is making a very unusual and very bold move here, because it likely has something to do with negotiation to exclusivity to a new publisher, kind of like how EA got Star Wars, and I'm hoping they didn't get Marvel too. But
oh my god, no.
Yeah, like I said, Deadpool may not have gotten exactly high reviews, but this is revenue they're going to be losing out on, because Marvel does get a cut of those games, and if they're not being sold anymore, obviously Marvel's not going to get that sale anymore. And I hope it does.
I think it'll just piss people off too that this is happening.
It could. I mean, it's not like an outright ban, but it's really close, and I hope it doesn't go crazy pushing any agendas either, like what happened with Nintendo at EVO last year when they tried to ban their own Smash Brothers game, and even EVO itself from airing simply because Smash Brothers was going to be featured on it. The outcry was big enough they turned themselves around and realized that was a stupid thing to do, but Marvel may not get that. Disney may not understand that, and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is one of the top fighting games at fighting game tournaments, so it's going to be nerve-wracking to see how this all turns out.
Yeah, Disney's not been known for, listening. Usually they like their little iron fist tactics.
Definitely so. And I know Marvel has its own CEOs and stuff like that, but still Disney is their boss.
Disney in some ways is almost as bad as EA. Don't kill me, Disney. Oh my god.
They do have a lot alike, yeah.
They even got their own police force.
So, does this mean that Lego Marvel Superheroes will be going too?
I have not heard anything about the Lego games, and that makes me very interested into why.
Because Lego has a lot of damn money.
Probably. On the plus side, Capcom did a heel spin about their worried about no new fighting games this year, and teasing that they may be even more than one new major title for 2014. Probably not a Street Fighter V, but that's okay as long as it's a good quality game, and so that's likely to be one of them. Now for something we could probably all talk about a little better. PlayStation Now.
PlayStation Now. I've not heard about this. Enlighten me.
CES 2014 apparently happened. I thought it was later in the year than that, but apparently it happened. And about the only major announcement that I've seen so far, I'm trying to find some footage of it because it's been a crazy week, so I haven't been able to keep up as much as I would have liked to. But Sony purchased cloud streaming experts Gaikai back in 2012 for about $380 million. And now they can unveil what exactly they were working on this whole time. What it does do is it lets PlayStation 3, PS4, PS Vita, and the Bravia TV that's going to come out, and certain mobile devices get a hold of streaming gameplay from a powerful cloud setup, letting you play all sorts of games without even needing the hardware or software to play it. Now, there's been some systems that has tried this in the past, and I hope that blink didn't mean I just lost internet. Am I still here? Okay.
You're still here.
Something went blink, and everything went weird. Okay, keep going. Limited time. There's been some other systems that's done this in the past. I cannot think of the name of it. It seems like it was Games Live or something.
Yeah, Games Live or something or whatever.
But they've never been able to really. The lag on the inputs were horrible. They've shown this off a little already with the PlayStation 4 streaming its games to the Vita back in the E3. But now it's gotten much bigger as they're talking select PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 titles all being treated the same. So that's some really heavy backwards compatibility all of a sudden that wasn't there before. But again, you are literally playing a game like you're watching a YouTube video, but your controller inputs are supposed to be crisp and live as if you actually had the game in your hands, for those that haven't been keeping up with this rigmarole that I'm failing at explaining. So they claim you need at least have 5 solid megabits or 1 megabyte, I don't know why they said it that way, of internet connection to be able to use this properly. And they claim that there will be some slight noticeable graphics loss and compression, but it should still be as good as any HD internet video. They plan on setting up a subscription model. It sounds a lot like multiple versions of different sizes of payments for smaller or grander options, very similar to Netflix. And no specific games have been announced at the time, but some of these games that were on the show floor included included PlayStation 3 heavyweights Last of Us, God of War Ascension, Beyond Two Souls, and Puppeteer. But Sony did claim there would be a vast library of first and third-party games, so it won't be just limited to Sony titles. There'll be other goodies in there.
When you did that, you sounded like Max Headroom, and all I did is I thought of Max Headroom saying something on one of his shows, and I just couldn't help it.
And they will be. Yeah, I don't do that very well.
You sound a lot like him too now. Damn it.
And there will be full games as well, so you'll find all the trophies, all the game saves, and even multiplayer stuff still intact. So it's interesting. It's a brave new world. Discuss.
It doesn't sound like that. Kind of breaks physics. I mean, they've got to have a server in every single damn time zone to make the latency be under 100 ping, which is what you need to get crisp control like that, especially since you're going 2 ways.
Because it's not going to be immediate feedback. It's got to go there and then bounce back to you. So
yeah, I played that other crap, and I tried to play. Oh God, what did I try? Red, and it was nightmarish. I mean, it was beyond nightmarish. I was trying to play with a 300 ping. Not going to happen when you're racing cars.
No. And that's probably one of the easier ones to translate.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if they can keep it under 100 ping, and that's going both ways, then yeah, I can see it working, but I can just see that the structure for that costing so damn much.
Mm-hmm. If it works, though.
Pull it off. They have a lot of backing to accomplish something like that. I mean, Sony's really good at eating a lot of costs, and later on, it starts making a lot damn money.
Almost $400 million just to get the company that does this, to assure that it's their technology and theirs alone. So they have faith in it.
Maybe they've thought of a better way of doing it than Play Live or whatever it's called did it, because their stuff was abysmal. It was bad. I paid $20 for 1 month, and I refused to pay ever again.
It generated a lot of buzz, but yeah, I think it's something that wasn't quite ready yet, and it may still not be ready yet. What about you, Mike? Any words?
Not really.
Wait and see. I'll see when I believe it.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's literally mine on dude. Let's see what happens. If it failed, it would not surprise me at all.
Then again, I thought the Kinect would fail, and they sure pushed it until it actually kind of works. So, who knows?
They shoved that like it was a damn meme. You're gonna like it or you're gonna like it.
You mean it wasn't? I mean, like the advertising campaign of including it in Paranormal Activity 2? I mean, 4. We're up to 5 now. But yeah, the little dots everywhere, and you can see the ghostly figures moving in the dots. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I guess welcome back, everybody. 2014, we're still here. Follow us on Twitter at PrinnyCast, and you can contact us with email at PrinnyCast@gmail.com. You can find all the rest of the links to YouTube and Twitch and everything else that we can think of putting down below. And don't be surprised if we cover a little bit of this in game news again, because it is game news and not everybody probably watches both videos. I don't know. Things are going to change. We're doing it kind of gradually. It's not going to happen all at once, but wish us luck, and hopefully we'll have a more entertaining shows, plural, for all you guys. Speaking of which, I am really sorry to not get any Prinny Plays done. That's a conversation in itself. Part of which, it even seems like I made a video about this already, but maybe I lost the footage because I didn't upload it. But yeah, I actually tried to do a Christmas theme one to put up during the holidays, and my capture card was acting up, and the one PC game of the group was not allowing to be captured at all. Nothing happened. I was just playing away, and then I checked back, and there's not a recorder even running. So I don't know. That was irritating. Still didn't get anything done. So I apologize for that, guys. I intended on having a lot more than just a blooper show, but it's been crazy holidays for everybody, so I hope you'll forgive me. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week if you don't catch us on one of our other shows before then.
See you later.
See you next time.